Today, let's sew a fabric pumpkin perfect for fall. Well, welcome. I do sewing and DIY related content, and today, using some fabric, we're sewing a pumpkin. Now, the cat is helping us as well, so let's go ahead and get started. So, for this, I would highly recommend using any type of fun quilting cotton you have on hand. I'm going to be using this orange one that just really looks like a pumpkin to me. For the dimensions, you're just going to want to cut this out 2 by 1. So, the idea is this is 6 by 12 inches, but really anything following that ratio will work for the pumpkin size. So, you can make it bigger or smaller. Then you're just going to be folding this in half, almost hamburger bun style. And then as you can see, I'm just pinning up that one side and I'm going to take a seam directly down. So being sure to backstitch at the beginning and end. Once you have that seam complete, you should be able to see it on the side right there. So you have a big tube. We're going to change the stitch length on our machine to as big as it can go, so a 5.0, and we're going to take a set of gathering stitches at the top and the bottom. So the gathering stitches are just 2 rounds of stitches on either end, and be sure to leave a long tail for your threads so that we can pull them later on. So here's what it looks like. You can see those 2 rounds of stitches. I have that at the top and the bottom. And now I'm just going to gently pull the threads so that the fabric comes together, or we're gathering it. So this is a really easy way to gather your fabric, is using those 2 rounds of threads all the way around. And once we have those 2 rounds of stitches, I'm then just going to knot this off. I'm doing this more as sort of like just to hold it in place at the moment. This is not going to be our final way to secure it, but you can see all of my fabric has now come together, bunched and gathered up. Now I'm just going to go through and using my needle and thread with a hand needle, I'm just going to sew all of this up multiple times, just making sure that that bunch and gathering is in place and it's not going to come undone. Once I have that done, I'm going to just turn this right side out. You can see we have a nice little gathered bottom, so that is what we are looking for. And now I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to start working on the stem of my pumpkin. So I'm going to do this by folding over my fabric and then cutting it out 2 inches by 3 inches. This did make a little bit of a wider stem. You could definitely make that smaller if you would like. These are just the dimensions I went with. I'm then going to be folding this in half and sewing the top as well as the one long side. Now I did add a piece of thread in that corner to make it a little easier to get that nice perfectly crisp corner at the end. And I have a whole video on that technique in case you're interested. So now with this pinned up, I'm going to take it over to my sewing machine. Be sure to change your stitch length back to a 2.5, and I'm just going to sew both the top and the side, being sure that I pivot at that corner so I get a nice crisp looking corner. And then once I have the seam done, I'm just going to turn this right side out. So if you added that thread, you can definitely use it at this point. Otherwise, just push it through with your fingers to help get that nice crisp corner. And now we have our pumpkin base as well as our stem completed. Next up, it's just time to stuff. So I got lots of polyfill. You could also use old fabric scraps if you had them on hand. I'm just going to be filling this up very slowly, and then I'm going to make it be sort of firm. I wanted mine to be a little bit firmer. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing for the stem. So adding some stuffing in there. You could have also used felt if you wanted to keep it a little easier. And now what it's time to do is to gather the top portion of our pumpkin. So the same I did with the bottom, except this time I'm just going to be pulling those threads very carefully to gather this all up, almost to make it look like I just have like an orange ball right now. And then once I have the 2 threads, I'll just knot them together to sort of as like an intermediate way to secure this. Now I'm going to take my stem, put it inside the middle of that opening that I had for the top gather, and I'm just going to take a needle and thread and secure all of this in place. Now for this, I'm just very carefully going through, being sure I'm knotting in that orange material or the pumpkin base, and then just sewing the stem in place on top. So there's a lot of hand stitching that goes into this little pumpkin. It's definitely much more of a crafty type pumpkin, but I think it turned out really cute. I will say this took about 2.5 minutes to go through. I just sped it up here. So here's my pumpkin so far. It looks a little round. I think I want to give it those nice ridges that a pumpkin would have. So using an embroidery thread and an embroidery needle, like a tapestry needle, I'm just going to go through from the bottom and then poke it up through the top near where the stem is, and then pull the needle through, and then very carefully just go all the way around and then go back through the bottom. And then I'm just going to tighten that thread as well. And this is going to give us those little grooves on our pumpkin. Now I did find that this took a little while to do. I had to go through a couple rounds of thread just because it used so much thread. But this is one of those little details that just makes this look so much more like a pumpkin. You could even have fun with this using different colored thread, depending if you wanted to stand out for those ridges and grooves. And then I just followed this exact same process all the way around the pumpkin, being sure to knot my thread as I go. So here is what my pumpkin looks like. I of course added a little ribbon because I thought it looked fun. The bottom looks really nice. You can't even see the opening at all. You can see we have all of these threads for where those grooves are. The top, you also cannot see any stuffing, like everything comes together really well with this. You can of course adjust this as needed. You could make it even more firm depending on the amount of stuffing that you add. And then you could also do these with lots of different sizes. So do different sizes, different colors, different types of stems. There's really so many ways that you can have fun with these. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.